Hey everybody, welcome back. So finally got a slow day here and I'm going to get back to work on my enclosure. I have printed out some different pieces to help me get this put together. As you see, I've got the hinges. Most of the hinges I think I need printed. These were in the Thingiverse item, the Thingiverse thing that had these parts and the bottom parts of the legs, and got the handles. And I designed, since I have no need for the back to swing away, I designed this. This is just an identical piece size with the holes and everything of the hinge, but just doesn't have the hinge in the middle. So I also printed out a bunch of fasteners because if I can, I'm going to use all plastic fasteners on it. And you ask why? Well, it kind of fits in with my theme of being lightweight and cheap. I've also picked out a material. I have some, this is just MDF board, 1/8 inch thick. It is very inexpensive, and I picked that out not because it's the most flammable thing in the store. It might very well be, but it's certainly the cheapest thing in the store, but also the IKEA lac table. It's what the IKEA lac is made out of, with the exception of places like at the very end of the legs on each hand and in the corners of the top where they have glued in a solid wood plug. It's what the whole lac table is made out of. I don't really see any point in putting expensive fasteners and expensive sides on the cheap IKEA lac table. Alright, the back is on. Took me an entire day to get the back on. And the reason it took an entire day to get the back on is because for some reason I just seem bound and determined to have all the fasteners be plastic. And I went through several redesigns of the plastic fasteners, and will probably go through several more redesigns. I finally got my plastic wood screws finalized. If you can see them there, they are a countersunk wood screw, thumb nut knurled. But shockingly enough, they work pretty good. I'm drilling the hole out, then running in a steel wood screw, and then putting the plastic one in, and it's actually working really well. Okay, got the back on, got this side on, and got almost all the parts printed for the other side. The other side is going to swing out. I believe I'm going to use 3 hinges and then at least one of these little swing latches to keep it shut. At least that's the plan for now. Going to go get the board cut. I should have the board cut and sized by the time that print job is done, and we're going to get the first swing away side on. And I have to say, my 3D printed fasteners are working out better than I ever would have imagined. They are really working out great. Kind of scary in a way. I've gone through several updates on them, but here's the 6mm one. But I gotta say, they are really working out good. The threads aren't perfect, but run through a thread chaser like I have here. I've got both the 6mm male and female thread chaser here, and run quickly through a thread chaser mounted on a drill, and they thread right together and they hold really, really well. Can't say how happy I am about that. That bodes well for some future projects I have in mind. So let's get that swing away side on, and I will be back. Okay, we're back, and as you can see, I've got my other side on, and I'm having to stand way back to get it all in the frame, but other side is on with the hinges and the latches. I have a little temporary LED light to light the inside up, and let me show you, I got some little catches. These were part of that Ender 3 IKEA enclosure thing I got off Thingiverse. Link will be below. And then I don't have a handle on it yet, so you got to kind of push it out from the inside. And I'm pretty pleased with the way that works. Got a little sanding to do there maybe, but honestly, about the only time I expect to have to open up that side is when I'm threading filament in, and I'm not even sure that's going to be necessary. Although I'm not sure about threading filament in from there. Down here there isn't a lot of space, although since the printer's not bolted down, it could be slid over to do that. We'll have to see. That side might have been able to make solid, but I thought I'd go ahead and try the hinges on it before I came to the front door. And speaking of the front door, I printed enough hinges, although one did seem to go walkabout. I printed enough hinges and handles to make a split front door with 2 handles in the center, and it pulls open. But you know, the more I think about it, the more I think I'm just going to do like I did on the side. Put 3 hinges on and 1 whole piece and a single handle. And I've got some 5x7 plexiglass pieces coming. When I was going to do the split door, I was going to put 1 piece on each door. But now I think I'm just going to put 2 in. And I bought 5. I could put 4 in. But I don't know how flimsy that's going to make the rest of the door. I'll have to think about that a little bit more. I've got some of the IKEA little dome lights to put up on the top to light it. Then I'm going to have to decide how well sealed this thing needs to be, and if it needs a heater, or if it needs an exhaust fan, or if it needs both. So I think I'm going to stop this one here for now and get it posted, and I'll be back in a day or 2 with the door and the lights, and hopefully by then I'll have the temperature probe wired up, and we'll figure out what this thing is actually going to do and what I need to do about cooling or heating. Bye for now.